All praises to Creator. So, this is part two. My phone died on me. I did not realize I needed to charge it. So, you see that right there? So, I had to charge it for a little bit. So, now there's going to be a part two to this video. I call this video the 47 of it all. This is the part two. So where I stopped off at, what I was reading, you're like, why are you talking about Deuteronomy 28? When it has to do with your video, you was talking about your dreams. So how did this tie in? The part where we're struggling and we are going through things. Everywhere we go, somebody's bothering us. Because see, that's the part I didn't understand and understand, and I needed to pray it off of me. I have to pray the curses off of me, and then the lady with the video basically was showing us how. Let me see if I got that video. Let's see if I can find that video. Okay, let me get the video for you. So all this is going to tie together. This is the download that the Creator gave to me, and it would have been a couple of hour long video, but my phone died. So when it died, it ended it at 40 something minutes on the first one. So that's why it's going to be a part two. I never intended it to be a part two. But let's go to this sister. Now, this is why I prayed. Because I ran across this lady in this video talking about
this. Today they joined the Mason. And so another way these secret societies like the Masonic lounges and the Eastern Stars collect energy or do harness.
So the reason I knew that I needed to pray this off, because see, everywhere I went, people would be bothering me and I didn't understand. I'm like, what is going on here? So the curses that are here in the thing, they're coming about us. These curses are happening to us because of judgment and because the actions we take, because you have to put all of this stuff together. You need the book of Jubilees. You need the book of Deuteronomy. You need all this information to understand and understand the job that these deities have. That's their job. You can't get mad at them. You cannot get mad at them. That's their job. Let's do this real quick. Then I'll go back to that. Hold on. So let's do this real quick. So I set this up so I can have some lights right there. You know, them portable lights. But right here, this is Mastema's job. And the chief of the spirits, Mastema, came and said to the authority, the Creator, let some of them remain before me, and let some of them, I'm sorry, I skipped a line. The Creator, let some of them remain before me, and let them listen to my voice, and do all that I will say to them. For if some of them are not left, I will not be able to execute the power of my will on the sons of men. For these are for corruption and leading astray before my judgment. For is great the wickedness of the son of man. So now if you go over into, so if you go to the Dead Sea Scrolls, and I didn't spell that right. Y'all do know the Dead Sea is the Salt Lake, Utah, right? That's the Dead Sea. That's where they got this stuff from. That's where they got these books from. That it came up out of Utah. So the Dead Sea Scrolls by L. Leads the wicked, the sons of the pit away 3 ways through fornication, riches, and disrespecting the Torah. Show me this verse in the Damascus. I think it's in the Damascus documents. The Damascus documents. Come on, thing. Stop tripping. Okay, so the passage described where Baal leads the wicked away through three nets. That's the net of the fowler. Is found in Damascus document CD column 4, lines 15 through 19. It outlines how Baal, through three nets, catches Israel via fornication, riches, and pollution of the sanctuary. Now, the sanctuary is the Torah. The Torah goes in you. So the sanctuary, y'all thinking it's a building, this yourself. Key excerpts from Damascus documents, CD 4, 15 through 19. Baal raises up through the agency of Yahanna, the son of Jacob, and he talked in that he said that the three nets of Baal are, which Levi, son of Jacob, said are fornications, riches, pollutions of the sanctuary. The first, fornication by taking two wives in their lifetime. The second is riches by the third, and the pollution of the sanctuary. Fornication interpreted in the Quran. Community take two wives in their lifetime. Polygamy rather than Genesis 1:27. Riches described as taking goods of the throat, injustice, unlawful gain, disrespect the Torah. Sanctuary describes profaning the temple and neglecting the specific laws of the uncleanness required by the covenant. These individuals are referred to as ones who depart from the path, and they are contrast with the repentant of Israel who follow the Torah correctly. Woo! Okay. Now let's go back to this. Now, the portion that y'all doing is the riches. Riches right there. This is what this is.
Is when your mother, when your father, so another way these secret societies like the Masonic Lounges and the Eastern Stars collect energy or do harnessing is when your mother, when your father, when your uncle, when your cousin, when they are a part of these lodges at the lower level, when you, even in sororities like in schools, like in colleges, when you pledge to these sororities like AKA and Delta, all this stuff, you are giving these, when you go through the phase, the right phase, when you go to the humiliation phase and all the other stuff and so on and so forth, but these different rituals you have to do in order to become a part of this lodge. What you are doing is you are agreeing these entities that reside behind the scenes of these Masonic lounges, these orders, you are agreeing to them, you are giving them, you are basically allowing them and agreeing to them to use your vessel, to inhabit your body, to do things. So their uncle who was doing a nefarious, sadistic shit to the cousin or the niece or the daughter, and he was in the Masonic lounge, and or his father was in the order, or so on and so forth, because these entities are passed down through bloodlines. When y'all join these Eastern Stars, when y'all, your ancestors, your predecessors, like your mother, your father, your cousin, your great granddad, so on and so forth, and these young women or these men who was joining the AKA, the Delta, the Greek sororities, when y'all join them fraternities, you have now given this entity access to you and your bloodline. What do I mean by that? Now they can possess you, or they can move through your bloodline and use you or your bloodline, meaning your child, your son, your daughter, and utilize them as a way to collect energy. So when y'all pledge allegiance to these Masonic lodges and shit like that, remember, you are given ownership to this entity, to this these deities behind the scenes, wherever deity you subscribe to, whatever deity that is residing in these fraternities in the Masonic Lodge and the Eastern Stars. When you pledge allegiance to them, you are allowing them access to utilize your vessel. So a lot of things that happen to you in your childhood, or a lot of things that happen to people surrounding you that was a part of these said Masonic lodges, or their uncle or dad or father, because these entities travel through bloodlines, because once their uncle, their granddad, or their father joined that lounge, you gave that entity access to your bloodline. So that means that entity can, through your joining, your allegiance in which you pledge to it, can access your bloodline, can access anybody in your bloodline, and will attach yourself, because entities, demons, lower vibrational beings travel through bloodlines. So now that your great-great-great-granddaddy was part of this Masonic lodge, even though you're not in it, he was a part of it. He gave title ownership to his bloodline, his birthright, to this entity to travel in, to utilize, to harness energies, to siphon energy, to do things in this said bloodline. And it's because in 1949, your Uncle Charles or your father joined the Masonic Lodge and pledged allegiance and did a blood oath, whatever he did. And so that cursed the bloodline. So now this entity has ownership to this, your father's bloodline. So that means you, your child, your children, and your children. That comes with breaking the curse, breaking the cycle, having to heal a bloodline to get that entity out of your bloodline, because that is where a lot of y'all energy, y'all abundance is going, because it's being redirected. So once your father, your great-great-granddad, or your great-great uncle, whatever the situation is, pledged that allegiance to that entity, now that entity has right to your bloodline, your energetic abundance. So that will be another way how they will be able to siphon and take energy lution from your bloodline, but your energetic abundance have ownership to your birthright is through that your uncle not knowing, your mother not knowing, whoever, when they join these societies, not knowing and understanding. But these elitists, they know, they understand it, but your family don't know. So once they pledge allegiance to it, now that's the birthright being transferred over. That's that energetic abundance now being transferred over to this said entity. And that's a form of payment that these elitists, how they stay rich and their bloodline stay rich, and that stealing of the bloodline, the birthright, it'll be that. Your father, your uncle gave over their blood right, their energetic abundance the day they joined the Masonic Lodge. Your mother, your auntie gave over their energetic birthright, their blood, their energetic abundance the moment she joined the Eastern Stars. That's that. And so another way.
Okay, so people, so what is truly going on is that the reason why y'all want the Yah, which is the master or reward portion I'm speaking about right now, not Yah, which is the one who downloaded into me last night through the dream. So what happened was, when I saw, because what was going on is I was frustrated, y'all. I was so angry and so frustrated, because I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of walking outside and people bothering me. And I was like, I started praying. I said, well, what sin did I commit? What sin did I commit? Show me so I can stop doing it, so this can stop. And then I had this urge to go to TikTok. And then all of a sudden, this lady's video popped up. This lady's video, I watched it. And then I realized, because y'all don't realize, my family, they're all Eastern Stars. They're the women, majority of them are Eastern Stars. And they are Masons. They are Masonic. They are Mason. They even have their own covens. But they call it Christian. So
I was just like, I never did it. I've never pledged with anybody. I've never, ever done it. I ain't never done that. I ain't never done that. But so I began to pray when I saw this, and I prayed that, and I told them, the spirits, they don't have any authority over me anymore. They don't have any authority over me. And then there came the dream. And then there comes this teaching. So this is what the daughters of Zion is doing. This is how we are battling. We are not battling with swords. We're battling with the truth through our mouth, what is really going on. So the curses that are coming on us, and all these things, they're happening to us because of decisions we are making. They cannot touch you if you're not making these decisions, if you're not joining these congregations, you're not going out there voting, if you're not going out there wanting to have something to do with all this stuff. It can't touch you. But it can touch you if you go into a contract with it, a covenant with it. That's what a contract is a covenant. And you pledge your allegiance. If you say oaths, if you go in oath to be a mega or haga lega or whatever those people do in those sororities. But see, I never joined any of that stuff, so I didn't understand and understand why I was being affected. But y'all had to show me, this is why. This is why everywhere you go, this is why everything you do, people are bothering you. You just minding your business. Like I said, Sabbath day, I walk outside to let Bishop potty, and the lady come out her house. I wasn't loud. I wasn't singing. I wasn't doing anything like that. I didn't have no class because we were doing Zoom. We was doing Zoom, and we was just having conversation, going over, translating words, stuff like that. That's what we were doing, and seeking and going back, seeking the path back to the Creator. Yeah, that's what we were doing and we were bantering back and forth, going, well, what does this mean? I saw this here. What does that mean? That's what we do. That's what we do on our Sabbath day. We go back and forth, and we go over the law, and we understand, and we try to understand and understand why y'all said what y'all said, when y'all said, where y'all said, those type of things. That's what we do. There's no arguing. There's no debating. I'm not teaching. We're working together to learn. God told me, I don't want you teaching them. I need you all to work together and figure out these laws, statutes, and commandments. Leave that cat alone. Leave that cat alone and lay down somewhere. Dang, girl. The fascination you got with that cat. Much as he scratch you, you should leave him alone, girl. But hard-headed. But so this is what happened with me yesterday, because I was so frustrated, because I'm tired of going places and people just strangers bothering me. So you hear that? So what basically has happened is, because of the bloodline and because of the stuff, that's why they attacked me when I was a kid. That's why they snatched me and took me off, 4 or 5 of them, and me at about 5 years old getting raped, and then they blamed me. I got no justice for that, and put ants all over me. I got no justice for that. Them people still walking around here. At least they might not. They might be, some of them gone, but I know at least one of them still here. And they're just, they don't do nothing about it. This is what it says right here. Deuteronomy 28 says it's going to happen to us. This is Deuteronomy 28 says it's going to happen. You're like, why is this happening? Because of the choices that they're making. And in my dream, I saw my peace being given back. I saw my peace finally being given back, because I had to go and repent from knowingly and unknowingly. But for the ancestors dealing with these spirits, and me taking on that spirit and living around that, and we supposed to separate ourselves, but you kind of can't separate yourself when you're a kid. That's why it says here, it's gonna about drive you crazy Because as a child, what can you do? As a child, what can you do? Now, I couldn't do nothing about that stuff when I was a child, but as an adult, no, I do something about it. But as a child, I had no choice. I had to live where it was. But y'all protect y'all will protect you. Y'all protected me to a point where I didn't die. Because it says in the scriptures, even when you didn't know me, I was there protecting you. So y'all was protecting us. But like in the dream I had last night, y'all set me free from that deity that my family tied themselves to. And they're never gonna let it go because they want money. They want money. They want power. They want this. They're never going to let it go. They're never going to stop. They're never going to depend on the creator. Yeah. They're dependent on their own wisdom and not the wisdom of our creator. Okay. So, because, hello. I'm making a video. Oh, only. So, I'm back now. So what we're looking at is this. Now, the reason why we're going through what we're going through is because the choices that are made, we're actually doing it to ourselves. We're setting ourselves up for the fall. It is us who's doing it, and y'all is letting us do it. But y'all is using the daughters of Zion, their mouth. Y'all is using the daughters of Zion's mouth to go against the wicked laws that was taught. And I'm going to show you something in here that y'all wants me to show y'all. So after I get through reading this, then I'll show you the other thing that is a contradiction that y'all never ever told us was okay. This is how we know things that are written in the Leviticus and all this different things is of the wicked scribe, because they go against what Yah says. So Yah is wanting to show me this, show you this, but I stopped off where down here about our land. So, and I got my light so I can do it a little bit better. It's working a little bit better. So if that is turning, I don't mean for that to turn. I'm sorry, y'all. I just noticed that. So let's set this up right here. And so it says here, we're going to start at verse 49 again. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28. We're going to start at 49 again. And the Creator will carry against you a nation from afar, from the end of the earth, as an eagle will swoop, a nation whose language you will not understand, a brazen nation that will not be respectful to the old nor gracious to the young. It will devour the fruit of your animals, and the fruit of your ground until you are destroyed. This nation will not leave you grain, wine, oil, offspring of your cattle, flocks of your sheep and your goats, until it has caused you to perish. It will besiege you in all your cities until the collapse of your high fortified cities in all of your land. It is your land right here. Your land. We will be in our land. That's the 10 tribes. And the other 2 tribes got sent to the 4 corners of the earth, which we did a class about that already. Which the Creator Yah, your power, has given you. You will eat the fruit of your womb. Your womb. Your womb. So we just learned something the other day. Hold on. Let me see, can I find it? And my sister was showing me this. I didn't even know this was going on, y'all. I didn't even know.
These secret societies like the Masonic.
So
You a star.
So what did she say? The they raided
And Jim, is this part of that investigation? Is that winding down at all yet?
It is indeed, Jeff. Take a live look behind me. This is what's left of the FBI evidence recovery team inside this car. And take a look at this vehicle. We believe this is the owner of the business just returning to take back possession of his business. More on that in a second. But take a look. Another busy day out here on Detroit's east side, just down the road from City Airport. Sources say they have removed several boxes of what is believed to be human remains. Sources say many people. This was a big operation. And get this, inside this business, a saw used to cut up bodies, it is believed, all taken away as evidence to the Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office where it will be tested. This business is known as International Biological. It advertised as a medical educational service provider. The owner is Art Rathburn. He has a mortician.
By the way, fair use. This is for educational purposes.
License has had in Michigan since 1982, but the big question is, did he get human bodies illegally, and was he selling them illegally? Just moments ago, the owner, we believe, showed up. I tried to ask him some questions.
Okay, so the other thing, this other girl, let me see, can I find that? Fornications, riches, and pollution, the sanctuary. So let me see, can I find that other video with the other girl speaking about, I think I downloaded it. Now this one is about how meat destroys the woman's uterus.
Fibroid cyst. Fibroid tumors are the result of the vibrations budding along the reproductive organs and tract, but not being able to start the mitosis, and so they just act as little buds throughout the reproductive area, especially when meat is present in great degrees in that female system.
So when it's meat in your system, it causes fibroid tumors. Let me see. See. I think I may have, oh, this is the one with the baby with the 6 toes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Let me see, can I find that video on Tickety Talk?
Greetings, soldiers.
It's about the girl was saying that, shoot, I don't remember what she was saying now. I gotta type it in. I can't type it in unless I remember what she said. Oh. What did she say? You know what? Let's move on now. It'll come back to me. Let's go ahead and read some more. Now, it says here, we will eat the fruit of our womb. So all those missing children that y'all don't care about, you're eating them. The fruit of your womb, the flesh of your sons and daughters, which you will distress you. Our missing people, that's who we're eating. That's who we're eating. And the man among you who is a tender, very delicate, will turn selfish against his brother and his wife and his bosom. And we see this all the time, that the men hate the wife and your brother. They hate the wife and the brother against the remaining children that he has let survive. So the children that survive, that's why they leave you. That's why the men are leaving. This is why they're leaving. They're, what the guy said, going to get milk and going to get milk for, been going to the store for 32 years for milk. That's what this is the curses, but we're doing it to ourselves. Why? Because up here, we are serving, we went and got our own king. We went and picked our own king. We're doing this to yourself and set up over yourself. We're doing this to ourselves. It has nothing to do. Y'all just letting you do it to yourself. Y'all just letting you do this to yourself, y'all. Now, then it says, the tender, the delicate woman among you who had never tried to set a sole of her foot on the ground. Because of the delicacy of tendencies, will turn selfish against her husband, against the bosom, and against her son and her daughter. So they hate you. Gonna hate your own kids and stuff, and against her afterbirth that emerges from her legs, against her children whom she will bear. That's why all the people getting some smortions all over the place. Oh, I don't want to have no baby. I don't want to do all that kind of stuff. This is the curse that is being put on us. For she will eat them in secret for lack of anything. In the siege and distress that your enemy will distress you in your cities. It's again, y'all saying this is our cities. This is happening in our own cities. If you will not be careful to perform the words of the Torah that are written in this book, to fear and honor the awesome name of the Creator, Yah, your power, then Yah will make extraordinary your blows, and the blows of your offspring great and faithful blows, evil and faithless illnesses. The Creator will bring, Hey, will bring. That's what that word is supposed to be there, not He like man. Hey, He means hey Yah. That's what that means. And and this part right here is for my sister over on Facebook. She said, how did you figure that out? Because when I translated, the He actually is Hey, not H and E. And they told us it means men. It does not. It means hey, the feminine part of the Creator. Will bring back upon you all the sufferings of Egypt, of which you were terrified, and they will cleave to you, even any illness or any blow that is not written in the book of the Torah, the Creator will bring upon you until you are destroyed. You will be left few in numbers instead of having been like the stars of the heaven in abundance, for you will not have hearkened to the voice of the Creator Yah, your power. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
This is the one for the Jeep.
Okay.
That way we have dash cam in the Jeep too, and it saves your ass if something were to happen.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
And I got that one from the office, which was the charge cable.
All right, thank you. And I do need that.
Yes.
And you.
The one that's got single plug but 2 cables.
Right. Okay. And you will be torn from upon the ground to which you come to possess it. The Creator will scatter you among all the people, from the ends of the earth to the end of the earth, and there you will work for the gods of others. Whom you did not know. And you and your soul. This is the second part. On the land, we're going to get hurt, and then we get the others who were scattered. The ones who were scattered, Judah. So scattered will be Judah. On the land, that's the 10 tribes. From the end of the earth to the end of the earth, and there you will work for gods of others, and whom you did not know, you and your grandfather, and of wood and stone. And among those nations you will not be tranquil. There will be no rest for the sole of your feet. There the Creator will give you a trembling heart. A trembling heart. Okay? Longing eyes and suffering soul. Your life will hang in the balance. You will be frightened night and day. You will not be sure of your livelihood. In the morning, you will say, who can give back the night? And in the evening, you will say, who can give back the morning? The morning, the MORN, that's mourning, like suffering. For the fright of your heart that you will fear, and the sight of your eyes that you will see. The Creator will return you to Egypt in ships and on the road. So you're gonna go to Egypt in ships and on the road, from which I said to you, you're gonna walk. You shall never see it again. And there you and you offer yourselves to sell for your enemies as slaves and maidservants, but there will be no one to buy you. These are the words of the covenant of the Creator Yah commanded Moses to seal with the children of Israel in the land of Moab. Besides the covenant that the Creator said sealed with them in Horeb. So there was more than one covenant that was done. And we broke the part because we have to stick to the Torah. We have to stick to the Torah. Now. Now, the reason why this is important, the dream was important, in the video, all this information I'm giving to you is we have the ability to come up out of this. We have the ability. This is the 47 of it. The 47 of it all. This is the 47 of it. We have the ability to come out of this. But we have to choose it. Now, I'm going to show you. Let me find where it is. She's coming back up. Let me find where it is. We have the ability to come up out of this. This is what this is. Let me show you. So hold on, let's go to Isaiah 41 real quick. Isaiah 41. So we have the ability to come out of this, but we have to know how to talk right, sing right, pray right on the battlefield. And we don't know because we're being taught lies. What does this say over in, let me show you this, I'm going to tell you in Jeremiah 9. So Isaiah 41, Yah says, the Creator Yah, but you, O Israel, my servant Jacob, you whom I have chosen, offspring of Abraham who loved me, you who I shall grasp from the ends of the earth and shall summon from among the noblemen, and to whom I will say, you are my servant. I have chosen you and not rejected you. For fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your power. I have strengthened you and even helped you, and even sustained you with my righteous right hand. Behold, all who become angry with you will be shamed and humiliated. Those who fight with you shall be like nothingness and shall be humiliated. Those who fight with you shall be like nothingness and shall perish. The men who struggle with you, you shall seek them, but none not find them. And see, that part right there is what broke my heart, people, when I realized our men aren't going to stand up for us. Our men ain't going to protect us. And the men who struggle with you, you shall seek them, but not find them. The men who fight you, they shall be like nothingness and naught. For I am the Creator, Yah, your power, who grasps your right hand, who says to you, fear not, for I will help you. Now let's go over to Micah 52. Man, I turned right to Micah. So it says here, on that day, these are the words of the Creator, Yah, I will assemble the lame one and gather. Let me go up here. Right here, it says, they will sit each man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none will make them afraid. For the mouth of the Creator Yah, the Master of Legions, has spoken. For all the peoples will go forth, each man in the name of his own deity. not our deity, in his own deity, but we will go forth in the name of the Creator Yah, our power forever and ever. On that day, these are the words of the Creator Yah. I will assemble the lame one. Who is the lame one? Who is the lame one? We just read who the lame one is over here in Isaiah 41. They be cutting up, don't they? So who is the lame one? I'm trying to hold on to that page and this one so I can go back to it. So who is the lame one's this? I think y'all this gonna end up being a part 3. So who is the lame ones? Who is the lame one? The poor and the destitute. Who is the poor and the destitute? That is the worm of Jacob. These are the lame ones, the worm of Jacob. And if you go and read it, Jacob, the daughters of Zion, the daughters of Israel, or the most liked, worst treated people on earth. But at the end, the Creator Yah says they will be redeemed. We will be redeemed how? Right here. On that day, I will summon the lame ones and gather in the one who driven away and whomever I have harmed. And I will make the lame one into a remnant, and the one forced to wander into a mighty nation. The Creator Yah will reign over them all at Mount Zion, and from now into forever. And you, Migdal, tower, the tower flock, Ophel of the daughter of Zion. So this is the Ophel of the daughter of Zion. And we looked this up, and we did an in-depth on the Sabbath, a in-depth teaching, a learning, not teaching, on this tower of flock and the Ophel and where it is till we even figured out where it is. They will come back to you, and the original kingdom will arrive. So it's gonna go back to who? The daughters of Zion. It's gonna go back to us. And it says, now, why do you seek foreign allegiance? There is no king in your midst. Has your counselor become lost? And y'all know who that counselor is. Swear that he's the great counselor. That pains have gripped you like a woman in childbirth. Be in pain and groan like a woman in childbirth, O daughters of Zion. This is the daughters of Zion. For now, you will leave the city and dwell in the field. You will come to Babylonia, and there you will be rescued. There the Creator Yah will redeem you from the palms of your enemies. And now many nations will assemble against you, daughters of Zion. They say, let her be proclaimed guilty. Let our eyes understand his counsel, for he has gathered them like sheaves to the threshing floor. Arise and then thresh, O daughters of Zion. Do you see that? So now we're threshing you, not with our hands. We ain't coming in swinging. We ain't coming in with fists. We're coming in with the true law. For I will make you like a horn, like iron. I will make your hooves like copper, and you will grind many people. We will stop out our lives. I will consecrate unto the Creator Yah all their ill-gotten riches and their wealth unto the Creator Yah of the entire land. Now muster yourselves. Y'all know the word muster means war. But our war is not going to be with hands. We're not going to be throwing hands. We're going to be throwing words. Now muster yourselves, O daughters of the armed band. We're the warriors. It's going to be the women. The Creator has laid siege against us with a stick that they strike on the cheek of the judges of Israel, because the judges of Israel are wicked. They're wicked, 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 wicked. Now, I'm finna show you some other wickedness that they taught that we ain't supposed to be doing it now. Let me see what that is that we ain't supposed to be doing. Oh, let's go to the book of Levi first. Hold on, let me pause it. So y'all, I'm finna show y'all some contradictions in these laws. I'm finna show y'all. Y'all wants me to show y'all these things and how they lied. The pen of the wicked scribe added in lies. This is why y'all. Oh, I know the other thing over in Jeremiah I need to do for y'all. Then I'm gonna go to that. So that's why I know this is gonna be a part 3, because these are the things that poured in my head. I only know what I know because the Creator says, tell the people this. Show the people why they're getting in trouble. So let's go to Jeremiah 9. Jeremiah 9. So Jeremiah 9, it's here. It says here, their tongue is like a, let's go. Therefore, thus says the Creator, the Master Legions, behold, I shall purge them and I shall test them. I shall purge and test them, for what else can I do for the daughter of my people? For the daughters of my people. Why? How can the Creator save the daughter of his people? Y'all gotta purge these people out. Y'all gotta purge these people out. So what else can I do for the daughter of my people? Their tongue are like a drawn arrow speaking deceit. They're speaking deceit. I'm going to show you some deceit that's in this book. With his mouth, one speaking peace with his fellow, but inside of him, he lays his ambush, saying, shall I not punish them for these things? You see that? Shall I not punish them for these things? These are the word of the Creator. Yeah. For a nation. Hold on. Let me put this top back on his pen. For a nation such as this, shall my soul not see exact vengeance? For the mountains I will raise my voice in weeping and wailing, and for the pastures of the wilderness a dirge. For now y'all singing a dirge, and then y'all told the daughters of Zion, listen to my voice, and then y'all sing a dirge. For they are parched without a person passing by. They will not hear for the sound of the cattle, for the bird of the heaven, to the animal. They have wandered off and gone. I shall make Jerusalem heaps of rubble, a serpent lair. The cities of Judah I shall make a wasteland without inhabitant. Who is wise? Who will understand this? Who is he whom mouth of the Creator Yah speaks? This says, are you speaking to me? No, you ain't speaking to me. That he may explain this. For what reason did the land perish and become parched and like desert without passerbyers? But the Creator Yah has said, because of they forsook my Torah, the real Torah, Yah, that I put before them. Moreover, they did not heed my voice nor follow it. They followed the visions of their hearts, and they followed Balaam. There's Baal right there. They followed Baal, and their fathers taught them what? To follow what? Baal. So they're gonna speak all kind of lies. They're speaking all kind of lies, talking about you saved and all this. You all right. Keep on believing them. Keep on believing them. Said they speaking you lies. They speaking you lies and deceits, telling you it's gonna be peace and all this kind of stuff. Y'all, all right. Keep listening to them. Now let me show you a lie. Now it says here in 8:8, right here, it should be at the top. He says, how can you say you are wise? We are wise. And that the Creator Torah is with us. Indeed, they made it a quill of falsehood. The scribes are false. Says it right there. The scribes made the laws. He said, you think you wise, you think you know. Says over here that my people don't even know my laws. Right here. They don't even know my laws. Y'all don't know the laws. I'm finna show you a contradiction right here. And this finna get a lot of people in trouble. Y'all doing this shit right here. Y'all doing this right here? A lot of y'all finna be in trouble. So let's go to Deuteronomy 22. Deuteronomy 22. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. What are y'all doing, huh? What are y'all doing? Get off mama. Mama can't play. You see she brought the thing she want to play. I can't play with you right now. Don't bring it back. Don't sit down. Don't you bring it back. Thank you. So let's go to Deuteronomy 22. And we're going to start at verse... I'm going to show you a lie they told. They added into this. This is not true. So, Deuteronomy 22 and start at verse 28. If a man find a virgin maiden who was not betrothed and take hold of her, that's grab her, he's snatching her, he kidnapping her, and lies with her, and they are discovered, then the man who lay with her shall give his father of the girl 50 silver shekels, and she shall become his wife, because he has afflicted her, and he cannot divorce her for life. Now, y'all, that's a bold-faced lie, and the truth ain't in them. That's a lie, and the truth ain't in there. I'm finna show you this. I'm finna show you. Because this said for what? For 50 silver. For $50, right? He can get this girl for $50. That's a lie. For $50, he can get this girl. That's why the whole price is $50. Because they telling you it's righteous. It's not. They're lying. They added this in so they can go on around graping people. They added this lie in there so they can go around graping people. How do we know? How do we know it's a lie? Let's go to the book of Levi. I'm going to show you two different contradictions to this. I'm going to show you two different contradictions. The book of Levi. Let me see where it says over here. So, I know you're curious about what mom's doing. But let's read here. I'm going to show you. They're lying, the truth ain't in them. That's why they took this book out. That's why they took the book of Levi. This is the book of Levi right here. Let me show you what y'all said about that. Now, it's chapter 6. And when I was going to my father, I found a brazen shield. Also, for that reason, the name of the mountain is Aspa, which we know that's Aspen, Colorado, because Aspa is the same word, which is near Gabal, to the south of Abel. And I kept these words in my heart. And after I counseled my father and my brother Reuben to command the sons of Hamor not to be circumcised, for I was zealous because of the abomination. So there was an abomination for him to grab that woman and grape her. There was an abomination. So how is y'all telling you over here in this book is okay, when he's saying over here is an abomination? And now they're saying right here it's okay for them to grab a woman. Somebody lying. Keep reading. Y'all said it's a abomination which they worked on my sister. And I slew Shechem and first, and Simeon slew Hamor. And after this, my brothers came and struck the cities with the edge of the sword. And my father heard these things and was angry, and he was grieved in it. But they had received the circumcision after that had been put to death. And in his Baruchings, he looked wrongly on us. So in the Baruchings, he looked wrongly on them. Why? For we sin because we done this to things to his, against his will, and he was sick on that day. But What's the but? But I saw the sentence that the creator was for evil on Shechem. For they had sought not only to do it to Dinah, they had sought to do it to Sarah and Rebekah, and they had done what they had done to our sister Dinah. But the Creator Yah prevented them, and they persecuted. And these people also persecuted our father Abraham when he was a stranger, and they vexed his flocks when they were big and young. And Abilan was born in the house. They most shameful handle, and thus they did all the strangers, taking away their wives by force and banishing them. But the Creator Yah's wrath came down on them on the othermost. They're taking them by force, but this book right here done said it's okay to take somebody by force. He said he see her and take hold of her and lies with her. That's taking her by force. So they lying. Y'all didn't write that. That's them pen of the wicked scribe put that in. That's why y'all says over here, did you think you know my law? You don't know y'all's law for real. You don't know y'all's law for real. You don't know it. Because if you had this book, you would know that Yah says no against that. Snatching folks and kidnapping. That's a contradiction. I'm going to show you another contradiction with this one verse. And then it tells you, I'm gonna read it again. What's the next contradiction in there? It says, the man can go to the father and give $50 for the girl. I'm going to show you something else. They're lying, the truth ain't in them. All right, I'm going to have to make part 3 to this.